What's going on, guys? It's Mark from MT Finished Mobile Detailing. In this video, we're going to show you guys how to do engine bay detailing using only these two products right here. Now let's get to it. Alright guys, before we start this video, I want to share with you guys a software that's helped my mobile detailing business grow, be more efficient and profitable, and see a lot of clients over and over again. The software we're going to be talking about today is called Jobber. Jobber is going to be the #1 CRM for any mobile detailer out there. In my personal experience, it has changed my mobile detailing business, made it more easier and less headaches. So make sure to check it out in the description down below to receive a 14-day free trial. You guys have nothing to lose and everything to gain, and also you're supporting me and this channel. Now let's get to the video. Alright guys, right here about to do an engine bay detail on this Mustang. So you see a lot of debris, a lot of dirt and contaminants on the engine. So we're going to be doing it fast and efficient using only two products. So the first product we're going to be using today is Green Star from Koch Chemie, diluted 4:1. What we're going to do is foam, rinse, foam, same as we do on the exterior of the vehicle. The reason why, you just want to make it a little safer and a little bit more easier for you to do. And the reason why we picked Green Star from Koch Chemie is just because it's non-caustic, it's not a cheap product. So if you use like a super degreaser or anything like that on the engine, there are chances are it's going to be staining or leaving the plastics white. So in my opinion, Koch Chemie Green Star is a perfect all-purpose cleaner to get this dialed in. Let me know in the comments down below, what product would you recommend? I'd love to hear in the comments down below. But other than that, guys, so we're gonna foam, rinse, foam, and let's get to it. All right, so I forgot to mention a couple things before we start. So when you do an engine bay detail, this is the first thing you want to do, just because, say if I'm foaming down the car and then we are spraying the dressing on it, it's just gonna get all over the exterior of the vehicle and have overspray. So I would highly recommend starting off with this first, because this is a dirtier part of the vehicle and it's just gonna be a lot more work. And the second thing, you wanna check for any engine lights in the vehicle. So if it's a customer's car and you're about to do an engine bay detail, you wanna see if there's any lights on there, just because you don't want them saying, hey, you know, this light wasn't on there. So make sure you guys check on that end as well. And then the last thing I want to talk about is make sure this engine isn't hot. You don't want to foam down the vehicle on a hot engine, because it might cause discoloration or just maybe some oxidation on some of the pieces. So you want to be careful of that as well. Like I said, using Koch Chemie Green Star, it's a great product, but you always got to do a test spot or a case-by-case scenario kind of thing. So like I said, if you had a cheaper degreaser, the chrome parts or the non-coated aluminum might get stained and oxidized with a degreaser. So this is why you want to go with the Koch Chemie Green Star right here. So we're gonna foam down the engine and get to it. All right, so we got it all dialed in, and we're gonna use a foam cannon today. I don't want to use a sprayer. I feel like it takes a little bit more time. I'm gonna put an ounce of Garage Therapy soap inside of the foam cannon to give more foaming power. Then I'm gonna close up my MJJC foam cannon, shake it up, and we're gonna foam it down. All right, so now it's time to foam down the engine. Let's start from top to bottom. All right guys, so we just finished foaming the engine right here. So we're gonna let it sit for 30 seconds to a minute, let it dwell, let the chemical break down the dirt, and then we're gonna rinse it down. I like to rinse from top to bottom, but keep in mind, this right here is a liner, so you don't wanna get this too wet, because it could cause sagging, and it's gonna be a headache trying to fix that. So make sure not to wet this too much. That's another thing when you're doing an engine bay cleaning. I know some people out there, they like to soak this, and it makes it more heavier and sag, and it looks a little bit weird. So we're gonna rinse it down right now from top to bottom. All right guys, so we just finished rinsing off the engine. We're gonna do the second foam. but a lot of people are scared to put water in the engine. It's totally safe. Just keep it to a minimal. Like when it's raining or anything like that, I feel like it's just a little bit weatherproof, but you don't want to soak it too much. So we're gonna foam it down again. All right, so now we got it foamed down. Now we're gonna do a light agitation, but we're using the Koch Chemie Green Star. So the majority of the time, the chemical is gonna do its work, but just to ensure, we're just gonna be agitating the surface. So I like to start from top to bottom first. We're using the Detail Factory Boar's Hair Brush Screwball. It's pretty good. A little bit different to use, but we're still agitating it. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about this, or if you ever use this tool. Make sure you get underneath here. A lot of people forget that part. Now we're gonna start agitating the engine, the cover. So now it's time to agitate the engine. Using Koch Chemie's Green Star, it does majority of the work for you. So that's a great thing about using a great product. So if you do miss anything, most likely it's gonna break it down. In some cases, if the car's not too bad, you could just rinse foam, and then start conditioning the engine. But this one's a little bit more dirtier than usual. This one hasn't been cleaned in a while. So we're just finishing up the agitation process. So after done agitating it, we're gonna rinse it down. So now let's rinse it down. So the next thing we're gonna be doing is drying off the engine using our Eagle blower. So start from top to bottom. So the next step I like to do is dry off the engine, just because you just want to make sure it's super dry when you do put that dressing, so it doesn't look spotty and looks a little bit more tacky. So we're just getting some Costco towels, and we're going to be drying off the axis of any water on the plastics. It's almost dry, but you just want to make it super dry. So like I said, to make that dressing sit better. I have tried before using just a regular dressing, and if it's spotty like this, it doesn't sit right. But let me know in the comments down below, what would you recommend putting on the engine? Another great product to use is Clean and Shine from Shine Supply, but some people say in the comments that it might cause dust because it's a water-based dressing. So this is why we're using another product from Koch Chemie that's special for the engines. So get the top. And you just want to clean this up pretty good, because you don't want to have a dusty top and a clean bottom. when people open up the engine, they're gonna be like, dude, this is clean, but not this. All right, guys, so the product we're gonna be using today is called Motorplast from Koch Chemie right here. So this one is designed for engines, and it's heat resistant. So we're gonna be spraying it on the interior of the engine. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about this product right here? We're going to be doing it a little bit different today. We're going to be using an air gun. I know a lot of people in the comments might come at me just because they'd rather spray it, but if I spray this product right here, it's $21. So if I just spray it liberally on the interior of the engine, I'm just gonna waste a lot of product. So might as well do it more efficiently using an air compressor. But let me know what you think in the comments down below about this method right here. And like I said, this one's not gonna be putting a lot of dirt in the engine. It's not gonna be attracting a lot of dust because, like I said, this is designed for the engine. So let's get this air compressor filled up and the air gun, and we're gonna show you guys how we use it. All right, so we just finished dressing off the engine. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about this product right here? I'll leave it down in the description down below. But other than that, it looks like a deep, rich gloss. It doesn't look too tacky. It looks very uniform and OEM finish. It looks like a brand new engine. But let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about this process? And would you guys use an air compressor or a standard just spray the interior of the engine? I feel like when you guys do that, it's gonna be a lot more product, a lot more work. And then after that, you're gonna have to come through and level it out. When you're using the air compressor, you just spray, a nice mist goes around the plastics and just looks better. And you don't have to really necessarily waste time just trying to buff off the engine because the air compressor is just a light mist. Let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, guys, we're gonna be wrapping up the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, stay tuned for more videos, and give me a like and hype up the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.